story according to 568. It's 1960. In an average Australian classroom of an average Australian school, the students are delivering their speeches for Public Speaking Week.
I have a dream that one day all school children will judge each other, not by the braids that they wear or the colour of their hair, but by the things they do and say to treat each other in a loving way.
For real? Wow, that's the pinhead. How rude! You're not showing respect to Bradley by calling out and mocking him. Go to the principal's office at once. He can lash you with a cat o' nine tails. When I was a girl, in the olden days, children respected their teachers and fellow students.
Miss, times have changed, and so have kids.
Kid is a baby goat. Please refer to them as children.
Sorry, miss. Children.
Caleb! March yourself to the principal's office at once. Sometimes I worry myself with wonder of what children will be like in the future.
Miss, I'm sure PBL will sort things out.
What are you talking about, Layla?
You know, PBL, Positive Behaviour for Learning.
You lost me. What is that?
It's a data-driven school-wide system implemented to achieve consistency of expectations, thus minimising misbehaviour and disruption to learning. You know, everyone, everywhere, and all the time.
What on God's earth are you rabbiting on about, Layla?
The best way I can explain it is in a song. Positive Behaviour for Learning, or PBL as it is called in short, is a school-wide behaviour initiative which employs a whole systems approach to address problem behaviour and reduce its effects on outcomes and on the school as a whole. PBL encourages positive behaviour, improving motivation to learn. Hey!
Hush at once! Lockie, this sounds way too complicated for mere mortals like me. Why, it sounds like rocket science.
Did somebody say science?
Look, it's Captain Rocket Scientist Professor Bill Gates.
Actually, I'm quite familiar with this case of a school in Newcastle, New South Wales, that has successfully created a positive learning environment filled with respect, responsibility, and relationships. And it's called Shortland Public School, and it's in the future. I think it's 2011 is where the PBL journey begins.
This place sounds amazing. Yeah, sounds like utopia to me.
You what?
Oh, never mind. Any chance we can visit the school?
Sure, I've been working on Time Rocket, and now's a good time to give it a crack. Would you like to join us?
Yes!
Well, what are we waiting for? Prepare the time-traveling rocket as we travel forward in time 51 years to the year 2011.
Don't forget to wear your helmet and fasten your seatbelt. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Welcome to the 21st century. The year is 2011, the month is February, and this is Shortland Public School. The principal is Mrs. Hunt.
Hello.
A friendly lady with long acrylic fingernails, a penchant for the eBay, whatever the eBay is, and a strong desire to help her students achieve the very best. Unfortunately, some of her students haven't been doing this. Some have been making poor choices. She is pulling her hair out in despair.
There must be a way to help my students make better behaviour choices. The teachers are stressed dealing with all this garbage. What can I do?
Suddenly, an invisible little fairy appeared from nowhere, tapped her on the shoulder, and whispered 3 letters. PBL.
PBL? What's this PBL ringing in my ear?
So she ran to this contraption called the computer. It's like a typewriter on steroids to consult the interweb and learn about this PBL thingamajiggy.
Positive behaviour for learning, otherwise known as PBL. Wow! A system where all students learn the expected behaviours through lessons and receive incentives for good behaviour choices. This sounds unreal!
So Mrs. Hunt and a team of teachers spent 2 days pigging out on fine food at the Glades Function Centre at Warners Bay. Oh, and to learn about this PBL to bring to the school. Hang on, I think we have a teacher we can interview.
Mr. Austin, welcome to the hot seat.
May I say it's an absolute pleasure to be here.
What was the 2 PBL training days all about?
The food was great. I think I had a croissant for morning tea and a lovely chunk of camembert. And the coffee was sweet, but not too sweet, but just sweet enough. And the cold meats at lunch were divine. So yeah, it was a productive day.
Okay, so that was a futile exercise. Maybe the students can tell us about the changes that happened in the school after the training day.
Sure thing, Dario. The teachers took out 3 core values of respect, responsibility, and relationships, and defined exactly what they were with 3 expected behaviours in each core value. So that's 3 core values times 3 expected behaviours equals 9! That's right, 9 expected behaviours. This is how they look in the school.
Hey, well, Ed, that isn't how you hold a book. You hold a book like this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. Okay, thanks. Thanks for following my instructions.
So can you look after your spread from the school compound?
Thank you.
Your first word is lobster.
Shh, we're doing the test, Jade.
Girls!
Hey, Jade, we better start learning than letting others learn.
Okay.
Alright, mate?
Yep.
Take responsibility for your actions. Girls, remember not to swing the hockey sticks over your shoulder or you could hit someone in the head.
Yes, Mrs. Hunt.
Hi boys, what would you like today?
Can we please have an ice block?
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wait, would you like to play with us?
Yes, thanks for including me.
You're welcome.
Ah! Yes, thanks for being kind and considerate.
Now that sounds fine and dandy, but children aren't perfect and do make poor choices at times. What happens when they don't follow the 9 expected behaviours?
Yes, we better travel forward in time 2.5 years. Would you like to join us and move to August 2013?
Yeah!
I can't hear you. Yeah! What are we waiting for? Load the time rocket.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Welcome to 2013. Mrs. Hunt has moved on and the new principal is Miss Thrawn, a lady with a love of green frogs and Prince Charmings. Look out, Prince Harry.
You are interrupting our learning by calling out and not showing respect. This is your second warning, Jodie. According to the tracker, you must move yourself to the cool down area. You know, if you keep on making poor choices that stop you and others from learning, you'll be removed to the buddy class next door.
Thankfully, Jodie makes the right choice because after being removed from her class, if she were to continue making poor choices when she had returned to her class, she would be removed from class and sent to her assistant principal's class or even Principal Thrawn's office.
Nobody would want
positive behaviour for learning? This all sounds a bit negative.
Well, in life, there are always consequences for poor choices, but it's not all negative. We have a system which rewards us for good behaviour choices.
Yeah, each week we have a PBL Focus of the Week. Mrs. Dorian introduces one of the 9 expected behaviours every Monday morning.
And we take part in a lesson that day where we learn about what the focus for that week looks, sounds, and feels like.
That's right, so we can put focus into action.
Yeah, that's what I like about PBL. Rather than just assume that we know the rules, it actually explicitly teaches us the expected behaviours.
So when staff see students showing respect, responsibility and relationships, or the 3 R's as we call them, we get smileys. After collecting 10 smileys and a PBL award, we get the Bronze Merit Award and an ice block.
What's a PBL award, I hear you say? Well, each week, the class teachers select 3 students who have shown the 3 R's, and those students are presented with a PBL card during Friday assemblies to celebrate their great work or choices. That's right. And Mrs. Fruin selects 4 of those students who are crowned Students of the Week and presented with a special certificate.
The reward system is a 5-tiered system which permits you 2 years within each stage to achieve the highest level, the Badge of Excellence.
So there are plenty of incentives to make good choices that show respect, responsibility and relationships and be the best person I can be.
Since we became a PBL school back in 2011, we have seen a significant decline in the number of incidences of students making poor behaviour choices.
Spot on. The data shows more and more of us are showing respect, responsibility and relationships.
This is thanks to our dedicated staff who have put hours of time and effort to make this a success, and to all the students who every day try their hardest to achieve their best to make this school the great place that it is.
Did somebody say rocket? Are ready to head back to the 1960s?
I don't mean to hijack the show, but I've been thinking, maybe things weren't so good back in the olden days. I mean, this school, and 2013, seems like a pretty cool place to be, where students and teachers value respect, responsibility and relationships. Don't you want to stay here? Then rather go back to the 60s? Yes! I think the audience agrees, Professor Bill Gates.
Well, I respect your decision, and I wouldn't want to negatively affect our relationship, but I must go back as I have a responsibility to complete a little project I've been working on back in the 60s, and I think I can use some pretty good ideas I've seen in the future time that just might help me. Goodbye, future beings.
Bye! 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp
I'm Dario, and this was the PBL story according to 568.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.